Well, I'm hoping this is going to be a quick little video. I've got a Yamaha CD-29. It's an older compact disc player. I'm hoping it just needs a belt. So let's go ahead and turn the power on. And the drawer is not even trying to move. Oh, it did move a bit when I pressed the open close button. I hear something. Let me put the microphone right down in there. Okay, so I've got the microphone laying on the inside of the CD player. Listen to this. So I do hear a motor running. So I'm hoping it's just a simple matter of popping a belt into it. But the strange thing is, it's like it's jammed. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get the top off of it and get into it and see what it looks like inside. Okay, well, I've got the top off, and if I try to move the drawer in and out manually, it ends up hitting the clamp for the spindle right here. So I'm thinking something's out of whack, something's out of time maybe. I'm not quite sure. This is what it was doing previously. It looks like it's just severely out of time. Maybe, I don't know, somebody tried to pry it open, I'm not sure. So let's go ahead and see if we can retime this thing. Okay, well, that seemed to have retimed it. Let's hit the power button and see what happens now. Searching for a disc. No disc. Oh yeah, the belt definitely slipping really bad. Well, it did open. Maybe it's just as simple as a new belt. Well, let me see what I've got. See if we can get this thing apart. So it looks like I'm going to have to pull out these two screws right here. Take this gear off to get to the belt that's down below. So I'm going to go ahead, try to put it in the open position. I'll kill the power to it, pop all the stuff apart, and see where we get. Well, unfortunately, I do not have an exact replacement belt. I have one that's a little bit smaller, but it's a lot smaller in diameter also. But I think it's going to work because it doesn't have to transfer much of a load. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up the pulleys with some acetone and a cotton swab. And I think I'm going to go ahead and swap this belt out over here. This is the sled mechanism belt. This is what moves the laser forward and backwards to read the tracks. So let's go ahead and clean up both the pulleys and pop new belts on them and just see if that's going to take care of it. Hopefully that's all it is. So first I'm going to start with the motor pulley. I don't know what kind of plastic this is. Normally acetone will not eat it, so I'm just going to do a little test. And I don't get any black, so that's good. So I just want to go ahead and clean the pulley. And I'll do the same thing on the drive pulley here. It looks like there's a little crack in it, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. Got quite a bit of gunk out of there. So I decided to go ahead and just take the drawer completely out, and that's done very easily by just pressing down this tab right here. Kind of hard to see, but there's a hook on the end of it, so if you just press this tab down, you can actually just release the whole CD drawer as one complete piece. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to this belt right here. We'll pull it off. And we'll go ahead and clean both pulleys. Now this one is a super light load. It's just moving that sled, and it's a pretty heavy gear reduction. So it really doesn't need much torque at all, as you can see right there. Well, let's go ahead and pop a couple of belts on it now and see if we get better results. I'm going to go ahead and pre-clean these new belts with a bit of acetone and a paper towel. Okay, so I just have a folded paper towel. I'm just going to go ahead and saturate it with a bit of acetone. And I've got my new belt. I'm going to fold it and just gently pull it through a few times, just to get any oxidation, any glaze off of the belt, any of the manufacturing defects. Some of these belts are new old stock. So we'll go ahead and clean up two of those belts. There we go. And no, the acetone will not hurt the belts. I've been doing it for almost 40 years. If anything, it's going to extend the life of the belts by removing any contaminants that the belt may have on it. Well, it definitely has a lot more traction than the old belt had. So let's go ahead and put the mechanism back together now. Okay, so to time this mechanism, you want to make sure that this tooth, the last tooth, is in the center of the last tooth on the rotational gear. Now, when you go to put this together, this switch right there is going to be in the way. So you can either just swing it to the side like that and put the gear down, or line up the teeth just like that. Go ahead and close the drawer and the switch will snap into place, because it needs to register that the drawer is completely open right there. So the optical pickup in this unit actually looks very, very clean, but I'll go ahead and give it a cleaning just in case. Cotton swab, moistened with regular household glass cleaner, nothing with ammonia, because this is an optically coated lens. Very, very gentle circular motions. And then the dry end, the same thing, just go ahead and dry off the lens. While I'm here, same glass cleaner, I'm just going to wipe off the turntable where the disc actually sets to make sure it has a true and flat surface, so the focus coil doesn't have to do too much work to track the disc. Same thing, dry end. Turntable's clean, optical pickup is clean. I'll put the clamp back on it, we'll fire it up and see what happens. So now to reassemble the clamp assembly, I didn't show you the disassembly process, but there is one large spring, and then you just got to hold this down while you attach those two screws. Okay, let's go ahead and power the unit up right now. That was perfect. Let's see if it'll open. Excellent. Let's put a disc in it and see if it's going to read the disc. Okay, here we go. Disc is in it. Let's close the drawer. And it read the table of contents. Let's see if it's going to play. Well, it is playing. Let's skip the tracks. Perfect. We'll go all the way to the last track. I'm on 6 right now. There it is, track 16. Playing absolutely perfectly. So this being a Yamaha single disc player model CD-29, it's got to be one of the earlier models, because after this they came out with the multi-disc players and changers, the carousel type changers. But anyhow, that is it. The repair on the Yamaha CD-29. Working great, just a couple of belts. Even though they're not the exact correct belts for the unit, I think it's going to be just fine. Go ahead and leave me a question, a comment, a concern down below. I try to read all the comments and respond when I have time. While you're down there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and like this video. It really does help my channel grow. You can follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at NorCal715. You can email me, norcal715videos@gmail.com. Remember, with your help, we can try to keep these things out of the landfill, out of the recycle bin, and out of the e-waste facility. Everybody, thank you for making it to the end of this quick little video. I really do appreciate it. Everyone have a great day. Thank you so much for watching once again. Bye-bye.